In recent days, the Philippines has been sending supplies to its grounded vessel at Jiao. In response, China Coast Guards have issued warnings to the Philippines to stop provocative actions. A monitoring report jointly conducted by the CMG Voice of the South China Sea and Jinan University indicates that the recent movements of the Philippines in the South China Sea correlate positively with the security situation in the area. With the Philippines frequently resupplying at Jiao, does this foreshadow new turbulence in the South China Sea in 2024? Since the establishment of the People's Republic of China, China's territorial sovereignty over the Nansha Qingdao has remained unchallenged. However, since the early 1970s, the Philippines has unlawfully occupied parts of the Nansha Qingdao. In 1999, a Philippine tech landing ship was deliberately stranded on Jiao.
What can we do to make our presence felt? The Navy suggested that we ground some of our LSTs, landing ship tanks. It was a good suggestion, so we implemented it.
An act viewed by China as a serious infringement of its national sovereignty. To this day, the BRP Sierra Madre remains stranded there, its hull deteriorated but still manned. China, out of humanitarian considerations, allows the Philippines to resupply the ship and transport essential supplies to the personnel stationed on the grounded vessel at Jiao to ensure their basic living conditions. Since 2023, the Philippines has intensified its efforts to resupply its grounded military vessel, sparking international debate after the resupply incident on August the 5th.
This is a supposed surveillance video that caught a Chinese Coast Guard ship firing a water cannon at Philippine vessels over the weekend. Commercial boats escorted by Philippine Coast Guard ships to transport food supplies to military personnel in Ayungin Shoal.
China contends that in addition to essential supplies, the involved resupply vessel also carried construction materials for reinforcing the ship, aiming for its permanent presence. After repeated verbal warnings proved ineffective, China Coast Guard resorted to using water cannons to obstruct the Philippines resupply vessel, during which no casualties were reported among the Philippine personnel. The Philippines reacted strongly to this.
The reason why they use that water cannon is because the boat is vulnerable. By using water cannon and dangerous maneuver, they're conducting a blockade. A blockade is an act of war.
International media heavily quote Philippine viewpoints. Consequently, China found itself surrounded by numerous negative terms in the public discourse. Regarding the South China Sea events, the loudest voices often come from extra-regional powers such as the United States. Simultaneously, the U.S. asserts an ironclad commitment to the Philippines militarily.
It remains ironclad in our commitment to the defense of the Philippines, including the South China Sea, and we're going to continue to support the Philippines' military modernization goals.
Within the Philippine government, there are differing opinions regarding their policy towards China.
We have no fight with anyone, neither China nor the United States. China will always be our neighbor. They're a huge trading partner. We have no fight with them.
Moreover, dissenting voices also emerged from the business community within the Philippines.
近期海上事态的起因是菲律宾频繁在南海采取侵权挑衅行动，侵犯中方的领土主权和海洋权益。中方依法采取必要措施捍卫自身主权和权益，不存在所谓中方骚扰非方船只的情况。
With various voices blending together, the South China Sea situation is clouded with uncertainty. The only certainty is that the actions of the Philippines at Jiao are closely intertwined with the fluctuations and surges in the South China Sea.